Especially in tutoring, there's one realization that one makes very early, and it is that in 95% of cases, confusion equals dislike. Let's take a specific example that we often hear is we don't like math. At some point, maybe you did like math in the past. At a specific subject, you just couldn't keep up and nobody really helped you to be able to keep up, and that resulted in you having some sort of confusion about the subject, and it resulted in a strong dislike. And as things build up from small to big, in mathematics especially, but also in other subjects, if you don't understand one specific fundamental and you just skip past it, at some point it will come back. So if you don't understand fractions, at some point it will be a problem, right? You develop a dislike for it. Because most of the time we are ego-driven entities that really want to be good at the things that we do. And if we translate this revelation or this idea to Overwatch, now what are the things that we dislike currently in the game? Well, for one, there is the GOATs discussion, right? So a lot of pro players will tell you that GOATs is really not that desirable. We're making radical changes or trying to enforce them or to spur them on, such as the hero ban things. And all this desire stems from a fundamental problem with what it currently is and also what it once was. I don't think pro players in particular are specifically confused about GOATs in general, how the micro aspects will be played, though if people tell you it's low skill, they probably don't understand it well enough. What they might mean with low skill though is that it doesn't require a lot of mechanical ability, to which I say that is a fair point. Mechanics aren't a huge part of GOATs as they were maybe in Dive, where it was more about individual performance of certain players. Now it is more about the unity, and if you were selected through a meta to be a pro player, you want this to be back so you can once again shine. So it's just natural. What I would pose to these people is maybe, yes, there is an inherent underdevelopment of your skill set. Maybe you are part of the 5%, but especially to the viewers, I say, if you dislike GOATs, is it because you haven't understood it? What is there not to understand in GOATs? Well, it's a very fast comp, very hard on the people that don't know the key trigger points of what breaks the composition. And I must say, for the longest time, I didn't understand it until I talked to contenders analysts. Of course, they have played GOATs for a good while, and as such, I was able to understand important things such as bubble timing, important things such as when you are supposed to use specific ultimates. It allowed me to have a certain appreciation for it, and now I don't actually mind viewing it. So my question to you is, what confuses you in GOATs? And I will round up these questions. I will probably sit down with a couple of analyst friends or even coaches, post these questions to them, and create some content around that to make sure that in 2019 we're not left off with things that confuse us. Therefore, we develop a dislike or even a hate for it, and ultimately we want to be illuminated and understand what we are watching and evaluate the different teams based on their ability and not just on things that we can't determine. Thanks for watching.